Right, guys, I'm going to try and move this forward a bit so I can see it. Don't know if I can actually. That's a little bit better there. Move it down. Okay, this is going to be a reading on Ghislane Maxwell's, I used to say Ghislane. Ghislane Maxwell's current energy, what's going on there. I do feel from the get-go they're going to give her what I would say, I heard the word show sentence, which means a very, very long sentence, okay? Because of the Netflix documentary and everything that's come out, it would be an outcry if there was anything less. But over time, she's going to get away with something much, much shorter. And it's almost like, I hear it's almost like she's going to stand down now. So it's a sense of her standing down now, letting her lawyers do all the talking, which is obvious, okay? But as in, she knows later on it's going to be cut down. She has people in the know, I hear. She still has connections that are scared about the information she's going to release. So I do feel if she shuts up, keeps stum, as we say, later on, it could be years as well. It could be like 7 to 8 years down the line. All of a sudden her sentence is going to be cut. And I hear hush, 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 hush. So they're going to try and do it. So, you know, about all the media hype that we've got now, okay? So I really feel, I keep hearing a show sentence, a really big sentence, but it's going to be cut dramatically later on. And it's going to be done in a hush-hush way. And she is fearful of her life because the information she has on other people. So in some ways, even though she's saying about prison and horrendous and the way she's been treated and all the, you know, all the information that's coming out that she's saying about prison and her current circumstances, in another way, at least she feels safe there. Because I hear she could be taken out at any time, and she's aware of that. Taken out at any time. Now, I feel one of the reasons she hasn't been taken out in that respect so far is because she's so much in the public eye right now. There's a lot of fear about, I mean, it's not like it's going to be an underhanded job and she's disappeared for a year and then all of a sudden she's found, you know, deceased or anything like that. She's bang on in the public eye, going through a court case, and before that she's in prison. So I just feel right now they don't want to draw attention to it, the powers that be, the people that she could get heavily involved in this. And this is all to do with politics as well, certain politics she knows, to do with really heavy stuff, darker stuff as we would say. So let's just have a look at her current energy right now. Her current energy. Also, I do pick up that she's going to come across as the victim as well. So she's going to almost be like Jeffrey was a mass manipulator, and she was almost a victim as well. So I do feel it's going to come across as that at some point. She even may go as far as to say stuff like he was abusing her too. I don't know what's going on with the court cases. I would have to look later on. But that's going to come to the forefront. I do feel she's going to act like she was the victim, and that's how they're going to turn it around. Right. But still, I still feel there's going to be a long sentence, but it's going to be cut short later on. Sneaky, I hear sneaky, underhanded tactics, but later on when this has all died down. And when I mean died down, I mean like I feel years later. So what is her current energy? What's her current energy? How does she feel about all the court case? Oh, wow. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Oh, wow. Okay, so the cards I've got here, basically, it's kind of weird because it was just almost like what I was saying, as in, the Six of Wands means after a long and hard battle, there will be victory. So there's going to be victory. So she does feel, even if she does go down for this, okay, she's still going to be victorious because later on, as I said, she has a connection. Because the Six of Cups can mean somebody from your past, somebody you already know, somebody like an ex coming back or somebody along those lines. Somebody is coming back to help her here. I do feel somebody is coming back to help her. She is worried if they're going to step forward though. She really is. It's almost like in two minds because in one way, sometimes she wakes up and she thinks, I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to make it out of this, you know, because I have my backup. But other times she's like, is my backup going to come forward for me though? Are they going to really come up and back me up? So it's almost like she really feels that she's already going to be victorious through this and she's going to get out of it. And I still feel if she gets a sentence, she's going to be let out early for some reason. She's going to be let out early. Let's see. Money, guys. Money. Working hard to secure deals here behind the scenes for sure. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles means somebody that's got their head down, working incredibly hard to get out the situation they're in. And I do feel it's going to be somebody from her past that's going to come back and help her here. But overall, her energy, she's worried about her finances big time. So I have no idea what happened with her finances. I mean, if they cut them off when you get arrested or if she went to prison, what would happen? Would they take her money away? She's really, really concerned. it is kind of really narcissistic, because when I heard about this, I heard about branding and new businesses. It's almost like businesses she had, she's worried about losing now, and I hear lost connections in her business. So she's worried about that disappearing now, because obviously she's in court and everything like that. But overall, she feels like she's going to be okay and get out of this. Even if she does time, it won't be the full amount that, you know, people are saying she's going to do. I don't know what they've said so far, how many years she could get. I have no idea. I would have to look into it as well. So overall, that's like a little bit sneaky. That's almost like she knows that in the long term, somebody's going to come in and help her, and she won't have to do the full thing. Okay. Now, how does she feel about being left with this? Because obviously, Jeffrey's not here. Massive twat, shall I say. Left in the lurch, I heard straight away. Left in the lurch. He had no backup either, no backup plan. So if anything got found out, she was angry, I'm hearing, that it was too late for anything to... It's almost like if something goes wrong, you have a backup plan. If the media come here, if this is found out, blah, blah, blah. There was no backup plan at all, because he was such an egotistical twat, to be honest, that he never thought... He felt he was above the law, above the power. He even felt above the president, I'm hearing. He just felt he was almost like God, right? And because of that, he didn't really have backup plans when anything like this happened, because he thought I hear the word unbreakable. He thought he was unbreakable, and nobody could ever take him down, right? So because he thought he was unbreakable, he never actually had backup for a situation like this happening, where all of a sudden all these people are going to speak out about him, because he always had money to pay them off. He just always had money to pay them off. So she feels angry that not more was done to protect her, because now she's left with the brunt of it, I hear. She's left with the brunt of it. But let's just see quickly. How does she feel about him right now? All this is going on. What's her feelings about him now? Oh yeah, 1,000,000%. Really, really weird as well. There was still, even though they weren't together, there was still a sexual attraction between them. There was still a chemistry, almost like a soulmate connection, in a way that no matter what, even if he got married or she got married or whatever happened, they would always be drawn back to each other. It was this really crazy bond they had. And this is a very sexual phallic card. Yeah, guys, two of cups is almost like a soulmate feeling each other's equal. So it's almost like meeting your equal, lots of sexual chemistry. So even though I hear that they would never be able to last together as a couple in the real world anyway, because they were too alike, too similar, too toxic for each other. So it wouldn't have worked like that. They needed balance when it came to partners in their lives, okay? But she's walking away. I mean, obviously he's left. I mean, this is the card about somebody walking away from the connection, and we know why that is. And again, I just hear left in the lurch. Left in the lurch. Completely left in the lurch. And she's facing this alone now. She's facing this alone now. This is pretty much her. Like, he's gone, and it's just her. I still sense she feels she's going to be okay. And yes, she is grieving for him as well. Sadness, grief. And in a weird way, now he's gone, it was almost like he was the balance in her life, as in her protector, and she always felt like she was going to be protected by him. But now that's all gone. He's gone. So now she's trying to use her own kind of intuition to really get herself out of this. And I do hear play the victim. I do wonder if she's going to say that he did this to her, he did that to her as well, and play the victim as well. Almost in abuse cases, when some of the people in the circle themselves that can be the pimps and trying to get people in will say, well, I was abused myself. So I feel like she's going to go real dark and real down that route, and it's messed up, man. It's so messed up. But she does actually feel a lot of grief and sadness over his passing as well. So even though she feels left in the lurch, she's still mourning him. She's still mourning what she saw as her soulmate. Now, we don't always have to marry our soulmates and twin flames, guys. We don't. They can come in and a soulmate can be a brother, for example. Twin flame can be a brother. Doesn't mean you're always meant to be together for life in that way, in a marriage, you know? It could be someone from your soul group that's coming down to help you. So yeah, she's really upset. She misses him a lot. She's trying to look for the future and to get a way out of this now. So she's in a process of trying to let go of him and the grieving, and trying to save herself. Straight away I heard save herself, which is pretty obvious. Obviously she's going to want to save herself. And the Wheel of Fortune as well. Now the Wheel of Fortune, it can go up or down, obviously. Let's see how she feels she's going to fare out of all this. Again, something hidden we don't know about. Something hidden here we don't know about. There's something... I still feel someone is going to come in to save the day for her. Yep, I still feel, again, dark. She's got information on people. Now, we know people are scared of her speaking, But I still feel there's somebody that still is enamored with her, I hear, that's highly, highly, I would say not intelligent, I mean extremely, extremely powerful, that's going to come in to help her and save the day. Now, I still feel she could get sentenced, and it could be a hefty sentence, but she's going to get out of it later on. This person is going to come and help her get out of it. And that's because she almost has a strong hold on this guy as well, this older man. And he's very submissive to her. It's almost like he's a slave to her in a weird way. And I feel that he's very powerful. And I just heard the word pull some strings. Pull some strings. Because then we have the happiness card, which is her happy with the outcome overall. So I just hear pull some strings. Pull some strings. Yeah. Oh, God. Wow. Wow. Anyway. That's the quick energy reading. Overall, she feels like somebody is going to come through for her and help her through this and get through the whole thing. And I still wouldn't doubt it at all if she was trying to play the victim coming up in a court case. But she does mourn for Jeffrey. Dickhead, should I say. Right. I might do a part 2 as well as the court case goes on. Okay? Bye, guys.